Folks, welcome into Friday Trainwreck today. The weekend is here, so we are strapped and ready to roll. We've got Jay Lazzy checking in, Mr. Bigwig in the NHL sphere. Is he a believer in these Buffalo Sabres as they get ready for a back-to-back in Florida? We'll also be joined by Nate from CROSSBAR, learn a little bit more of our X-Gen event coming up this weekend, Glow in the Dark, and more. And then we'll also be joined by our favorite, your mom's favorite, Nick Polinsky for some Pop Culture Corner. Let's go! Who's mom's favorite? Oh!
We all need a place where we can be ourselves, somewhere you can leave all your worries on the shelf, and whether you win or lose, you can count on me, and I can count on you. You know the train never stops. This train never stops. You know the train never stops. This train never stops. You know the train never stops. This train never stops. You know the train never stops. You know the train never stops.
Welcome in, you beautiful people. Whether you're on the road, whether you're in the cubicle, whether you're at home, it is Friday. It is Trainwreck today. Maniac. We got Slick L on my left. We got Don on the ones and twos. We got producer Rachel in the saddle. We've got some great guests on deck. We've got Nick P with Pop Culture Corner at the end of the episode. We've got Nate from CROSSBAR coming in to spice up the weekend with some glow in the dark fun. But this next man who we're bringing on, he is not just a host reporter for the Daily Faceoff. He is not just a skater with the Stars at Bleacher Report. He's not just a college hockey analyst with Nesson. He's not just an attractive-looking man. He is a former Trainwreck Sports alum. Welcome to Trainwreck today, Jay Lazzy. Let's go.
I was hoping I'd get the former Trainwreck contributor. I don't know what the word would have been, but yeah, that's like 6 years ago already. I was doing that, right?
Listen, it's just a push. 6 years ago, come on. I think it was like three and a half.
Was
but
it?
you were you were lighting up the boards. You were getting your picks in, and that was what led to you becoming a sharp in the sphere. See, people love you for your betting.
Legit. No, it helped me get started for sure. I owe you guys a lot, and I'm super appreciative for it. So happy to be back. It's been a while since I've been on one of these shows, but yeah, let's get into the nitty gritty.
Trainwreck Sports is low-key like the incubator in Silicon Valley. So I think that makes us all Erlich Bachman, but that makes Jay Lazzy pure greatness. So we're talking about greatness, Lazzy. Let's take us back a little bit here before we get into the Sabres of it, and unfortunately your Rangers. Olympic experience, how was that for you? What were your takeaways from that whole body of work these past couple of weeks?
Yeah, I didn't get to go, unfortunately. Would have been super cool to be there, but obviously, I was glued in from the couch or wherever I was. I traveled a little bit for other gigs. But watching that hockey, I thought the first couple days, the first game was an upset. I think it was Finland over Sweden in the first game. I believe. So like right from the jump, it kind of made you invested. Slavkovsky had that big game. And, outside of the US and Canada, like when the other countries faced against each other, like there was good hockey games. So For me specifically, in a year where it's been mostly negative watching the New York Rangers, it was nice to have that mental break and get behind Team USA and have something positive to cheer for. And honestly, I can't remember the last time I'd like watched hockey from my couch and jumped up in excitement. And that happened multiple times. Like, you think about that Palat goal in the Czechia versus Canada game. I was, almost punched a hole in the ceiling. Like, can't believe Canada's on the ropes right now in the, quarterfinal. It was crazy. And then obviously Quinn Hughes' overtime goal, the Jack Hughes goal, the Boldy goal, the Hellebuck saves. It was just nonstop, like unbelievable action. You felt like a kid again. And it was so cool just to watch NHL players in the Olympics.
That was where we were kind of hanging up on it, right? I mean, Lazzy, you can understand. I mean, your Rangers were at least in some deep playoff runs a couple years ago. Yeah. We haven't seen meaningful hockey in like a decade plus. It got the goosebumps going. Slightly.
For sure. Lazzy, I was going to say, well, one, Olympic hockey reinvigorated hockey in Buffalo being a hockey town. But Lazzy, you had a bunch of Rangers guys on that Olympic squad. We were all buzzing for Tage Tomer, TNT, going over to Milan. What'd you make of his Olympic performance?
I mean, Tage is the best. I don't know if you guys know, but I spent a couple summers skating with Tage when his dad was coaching the Islanders. He was out here on Long Island. So we'd skate together for probably like 2 or 3 summers. So I've known Tage for a long time. Super happy for him. I thought he should have played last year in the Four Nations. He was obviously there.
Yeah,
championship game. He got like the late call, but didn't crack the lineup in that championship game. But Tage has been like a consistent goal scorer in the NHL now for a couple years. I mean, going back to the year he had 40, I think he's got north of 30 already this year too, right?
Yeah, he's on pace for another 40-goal season.
Yeah, what's he at right now? I know he's been buzzing since like Christmas.
I think he got 31 the other night against New Jersey.
I believe he's into the 30s.
Yeah, 31. Yep. Yeah, so
if you look at his production, going back to now about 3.5 years ago, there's been a couple injuries here and there, but it's a goal every other game. It's a 40-goal scorer in Tage Thompson. That's what we got.
And even though we had that minutes conundrum in the Olympics with Tage on the third line, he was still on the first power play unit and scored 3 goals in the tournament.
I'm actually pulling it up as you guys are talking. So going back to 21-22, where he had that 38-goal season, Tage Thompson is tied for 7th with Alexander Ovechkin in goals in the NHL. So that's like is
that a good name to be in company with?
So the only guys ahead of him are Draisaitl, Matthews, Pasternak, McDavid, McKinnon, Kaprizov, and then it's him and Ovi, which is pretty sick. 189 goals in 361 games. Pretty nice.
I think our studio audience just went nuts for that stat. That was pretty sick.
I mean, that's pretty damn good company.
Yeah, really good company.
Any Sabres fan, I mean, 21-22, plain and simple. You were looking at some uncertain times with Tage Thompson as a Sabres fan, so he has flourished. My man Lazzy continues to work. So real quick, before we I know you believe in Thompson. We'll get into the Sabres. Real quick, we got to talk about the Bleacher Report talk and skate that you do. Obviously a great segment. People look forward to. You've been able to talk to some amazing names, Crosby, much more. With that said, obviously we're looking forward to more of those. And if you could ever skate and talk with any person on the globe, any celebrity, any person, who would you choose for that?
It's funny you actually asked that, because I've been trying to pitch it to them. Like, we should get celebrities or like movie characters, like people in character. Like, I think it'd be cool to do. I pitched this like earlier in the year. I was like, it'd be sick because Will Ferrell's at every Los Angeles.
That'd be amazing.
I was like, it'd be sick to do one with Buddy the Elf. Because Buddy the Elf, like there's that uncut scene that comes up every year where Buddy the Elf plays hockey. Like, how sick would it be to get Will Ferrell in the costume and do a lap with Buddy the Elf and like have him answer as Buddy the Elf? I think that'd be hilarious.
Anything's possible. You saw the NBC broadcast; they had Snoop Dogg going down the slopes.
Yeah, I still think it's a genius idea.
I know it's a genius idea, but you know what, Lazzy? Like you said, that's going to take some time to marinate, probably with the big wigs, with the corporate fat cats up top there. So with that said, we're all going to agree that's a 3-year challenge. That's probably like a 1,000-day journey to get Will Ferrell on the talking stage. That's going to time up perfectly with the 25-year anniversary of Elf. So there you go. We have the timelines are working for us. Speaking of the timelines working for us, they've been working for us so far, boys. Lazzy, what have you seen from this Buffalo Sabres team? And I know there's only one game back, but what have you seen recently that has you leaning one way or the other? How you feeling on this blue and gold squad?
I felt really good, I think, since like Christmas time is when they started to get rolling. Their goaltending has been great. UPL has been so good. Matthias Samuelsson's the guy to me who's had like this
X factor.
Well, the NHL doesn't do it, but what do they call it in the NBA? Like the not comeback player of the year, the most improved player of the year, I guess. It's like, which Which, to be fair, when you're a kid, most improved is like given to the scrub who like makes one good play. So I don't want to give Matthias Samuelsson that title, but like Samuelsson signed that contract a couple years ago after playing like 40 games, and everyone's like, who is this guy? Like, why is he signing that deal? Buffalo's so stupid for doing this. But this year, not only defensively has he been steady and solid, he's been contributing offensively. I think he has like north of 10 goals. I'm gonna have to look it up while I'm talking here, unless one of you guys.
Yeah,
has
sure.
it.
It's right there.
Matthias, you called the whole thing off.
Either way, he's got 11 goals. Yeah, 11 goals.
For goal scoring.
Tomato.
He's gotten a taste for goal scoring. He's like a shark. He can't get rid of that.
Once there's blood in the water, there's a frenzy too, and he's capitalized.
He's
absolutely.
a glue guy too. So the second he got going, Lazzy, and that kind of timed up. Not he's been steady all year, but it really was going fuego in that December, January period when this team made its ascension. Now, what is it? Second in the division, or
tied with the
third?
second? Tied for second.
Okay, tied for second. Okay, so this is the thing. No rest for the weary. I mean, this team is like what 22-5-2 or something in its last 29 games or something. But there's no rest for these boys. So with that said, you said UPL. You like what you're seeing there. Lazzy.
They're actually 1 point back of third. They've dropped a little bit. Montreal lost last night, and Detroit won.
Oh, geez. Okay.
So
Wow.
see,
They're in a wild card spot.
A lot can change on the West Coast.
Lazzy, you got it easy this year with your Rangers. It is not fun being in contention in the East this year. Everybody's winning every friggin' night.
Yeah, I'd rather be stressed though. I actually will say one thing, a little like behind the scenes thing here too. When Buffalo was in New York, I guess a little bit before, it was probably early January. I think like when the first like 10 days of January, I spoke to Zach Benson. It was like during the win streak or maybe right after the win streak ended. And Benson told me like, well, I asked him like, this win streak, like, what are you guys really doing differently? Like, why is it clicking all of a sudden? Because it was after they had fired Kevin Adams. And he's like, honestly, like nothing's really changed. We just got a couple good results. And after 4 games, it's like, man, like we might never lose again. And then after 10 games, it's like, holy shit, we might actually never lose again. Like, I think it's just contagious with the good things when they start going, like after 4 or 5 games, you just really human nature just kind of clicks, and it's just like a natural instinct to go into a game thinking you're going to win. So Zach Benson obviously is one of the brighter personalities on this team too, and he's just a fun guy to talk to. I love talking to him.
Yeah, no doubt. Hope he gets healthy soon. We can get him back.
Yeah, he took a nasty little fall there. So hopefully his shoulder's okay. We'll get him back in the lineup. With that said, Lazzy, as we go down this stretch run, most teams have 24-ish games, so basically at 1/3 of the season remaining for these teams. Besides the Sabres, what storylines are you looking for? And again, I don't mean to keep harping on the fact that you don't really have to pay much attention.
No, it's okay. It's true.
Your
It's
blue
true.
shirts.
I've shit on Buffalo enough where I could take it back. For me, it's like it's the New York Islanders, and again, like it's local, so it's fun. But Matthew Schaefer sets the record last night for most goals for an 18-year-old defenseman. Like he's just been generational since his first game in the NHL this year. He's someone that is just so vibrant, a breath of fresh air. Like his personality shines so much in this area. His play on the ice shines so much, and for him to continue to break records, for him to willingly help the Islanders, who most people probably would have put in the standings where the Rangers are right now going into this year, just with the unknown, and now they're in a playoff spot. They're competing for, second place home ice in the Metropolitan Division. I think the Islanders are a really fun team to follow, especially just being in this area.
Islanders fans love you too.
Mixed feelings. Mixed feelings.
They love posting the picture of you in the jersey.
Yeah, they love that. Yeah, they love that.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, you don't put my man in a corner like that, or else he'll go 2-on-1 against Minnesota and find the twine. Okay. With that said, speaking of your ascension, and listen, I don't mean to keep filleting my good guy Jay Leslie, but it's been awesome.
I'm not
going to
stop you. I'm not going to stop you.
No, listen, no smart man would. So with that said, as you keep growing in the sphere, I'm curious from your perspective, because you are becoming a quote unquote respected voice in the arena.
Big J.
Big J?
Big J.
Huge J.
The biggest J.
With that said, I'm curious who you like when you wake up. Who are the first accounts, or who are the first voices that you're looking at? Who are you like modeling your game after? Because there is like a copycat league to this like social media presentation, the body of work that everyone does. I'm curious who you look at as influences and who you really like out in that NHL sphere too.
Honestly, there's too many names to bring up. Like I listen to almost every hockey show that I can. Like I spend my days when I'm not on shows myself, I'm listening in the background to, all these different shows. But for me, I've always tried to take a blend, and like these are two kind of opposite people. just, you know, from growing up in the hockey world, Elliot Friedman was always the name, like 32 Thoughts, him and Jeff Marek. Now it's Kyle Bukowskis. Like, you know, that was always the information show, right? You listen to 32 Thoughts because you want to hear about the rumors and everything going on in the league. And Elliot, I always loved how players would open up to him and Jeff. That just goes back a couple years. But then I also love the fan side and the fun side and the goofiness of a guy like Big Cat. So I try to like blend the two, where you can be, you know, fun and actually get information, but also not take yourself too seriously and like being like, you know, I'm an idiot. Like I'm like just like any other guy. Like we're human, we make mistakes, we fuck up, and it's just like whatever. Like we can make fun of ourselves. So I always try to blend the two. I'm not a huge NFL fan, but I do love listening to the Part of My Take guys. I find them hilarious, and I wish they had more hockey players on because I think it's so awesome when they do. They had Dylan Strome on not too long ago, and it was amazing. So I'd love for those guys to do more hockey. But yeah, those two, I'd say I try to blend together in my own expertise, quote unquote.
Speaking of cohorts, Slick, what about when you ran into one of Johnny's?
Oh yeah, my goodness.
What is this?
So you're one of your, probably still former coworkers, Jackie Redmond, obviously doing huge things
She's
in
awesome.
the world of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
She's great. We ran into her briefly at a SummerSlam pre-show. We're obviously big wrestling fans, and I had the opportunity to ask. This is a couple years back now. I had the opportunity to ask if the Sabres will ever make the playoffs. I had the opportunity to ask her thoughts on.
Could have gotten any insight from someone who's point blank with all these sources
some
around
insider
these world of
information.
sports.
And instead, I asked her what her recent thoughts were on you, Johnny Lazarus, for an update. I may have had a couple libations earlier in the day. It was a long SummerSlam weekend. She said, I love Johnny, and was off on her golf cart, and that was that.
Well, the feeling's mutual. Yeah. She's the best. Yeah, love Jackie.
Great interaction for sure. A Maple Leafs fan, another Maple Leafs fan you've met in the sphere of wrestling. I think it was All-Star Weekend maybe last year. Adam Copeland. What was that experience like? We're obviously big fans of his.
Huge wrestling.
So I got to be honest. I don't know anything about wrestling, so I didn't realize like who it was at the time or like the deal it was at the time. I'm kind of like you know what's funny? I kind of tell I'm kind of like
Hall of Famer.
I'm like a fraud as a man. Like I don't really like.
Whoa!
No,
Time out. We're taking a show time out. If this guy's a fraud as a man, I'm completely disqualified from the event. Get the hell out of here.
I don't like watch NFL every Sunday. I don't do fantasy football. I don't play golf. Like I'm just not. Like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like those are like the two things that are like the automatic to being a man. It's just like watching football, playing golf. And I don't really like either.
Lassie, it's 2026. There's a whole different checklist to being a man these days, and it doesn't need to be any of those.
I guess. So give me a pickleball racket and a glass of wine, and I'm good.
Oh, my goodness. Those two things, I'd be perfectly content as well. But yeah, going back, regardless of knowing wrestling, what was the experience like?
It wasn't anything crazy for me. Like I didn't have any backstory or background. Like it was cool. Like at the time, and like
it was just another Leafs fan too.
Realizing who it was after, it was cool. But like in the moment, it's weird when you don't. This sounds like so disrespectful. I hate this to be honest, but like obviously, you know, he's a legend in the wrestling world, and I didn't know that prior. So after, I was like, oh, like who was? You know, you kind of learn after, and then it's like the moment's not necessarily the same. I wish I had known before. But yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes, I guess.
No, that is funny though.
No,
like
for sure,
when these
that's
guys,
how it goes.
When they don't have like 3 camera people around them and like an agent nearby, was it like it's like anybody could look like a normal.
For sure.
I mean, you look at him though. He's obviously someone. I was like, who is that? And
well,
then,
right,
you know.
but Lassie, I'm sure he was thrilled that you had no clue who he was in the wrestling sphere, because in that moment he was just another Toronto Maple Leafs fan enjoying himself that weekend of hockey. So that's awesome.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, well. We know our guy Lazzie's been dealing with some conditions in the Tri-Borough area there. With that said, Lazzie, before we let you go, the Bills Stadium conditions got graded an F through some report. I don't know if it was like an anonymous player. I don't know what it was. Wondering the worst ice hockey conditions you've ever played at, whether it was at college, high school. What was the worst one you could ever remember?
Oh man, that's a really tough question. I don't have one off the top of my head. I mean, I guess there's one, like Charlie McAvoy actually kind of alluded to it in his like I think Stadium Series interview. There's this place on Long Island called Freeport, and Freeport was like famous for this bubble. You play hockey, the locker rooms have no ceiling, so like you're basically getting dressed in the rink. And we used to always have like an 8 a.m. slot there when I was playing like AA, like Pee Wee, whatever. So you'd show up in the rink, it'd be cold as shit. One half of the ice is covered in fog, so you can't even like see the goalie on the opposite side from the bench. Your fingers are frozen when you tie your skates, so your hands hurt. And the whole quality of the game is just different in the Freeport bubble. So like that surface, the environment, playing there, I always hated it. When I got older and played beer league, if there was a game there, I wouldn't even go. Like I hated there. That's not for me. Yeah. Not for me.
And I've seen how excited you are to lace them up. So to keep you away from competition is
takes a lot. Takes a lot.
Well, we'll keep an eye on how you're competing up the ranks. Before we let you go, we had a question from producer Carson here.
Yeah.
Obviously, some vibes are good with the Sabres. You think they might get it done and end this Sabres playoff drought? How will that play into the Alex Tuch situation, and will he end up back with Buffalo after it's all said and done?
Big fan of Carson's work, and you know it's funny. I actually
Let's go.
When I initially made my Team USA roster, I had Alex Tuch on it, so I was kind of disappointed that Tuch didn't make it. After the win streak, it's hard to see Tuch going anywhere else, right? Like local kid, things have turned around. Could have been a future captain had it not been for Dahlin, but like I would imagine he wants to bring playoff hockey to Buffalo and bring a winning team to Buffalo. So I think he stays, and he's probably going to get north of 10 million, I would imagine. So I think the Sabres, they'd want to keep him there too. I don't see them wanting to move on from him, especially with the market the way it is right now. So I think Alex Tuch will be a Buffalo Sabre for sure in the future.
Okay. One more thing before we let you go, Lazzy. I know you had a tweet a few years back. I think the Sabres were making a surge before their monumental downfall, as they do in past seasons, that you wanted to be in the barn for the first playoff game. The Sabres break the drought. I'm going to knock on wood right now. Hopefully that's very soon, but will we still have you in that barn potentially for escaping Buffalo?
I'd love to be there. If I can get a credential or something for that. If you can get me a ticket for the game, I'll buy the plane ticket.
All right.
Done.
Consider it done.
Done.
Speaking of done, he does it all. Mr. Johnny Lazarus. Clap it up for him, folks.
Give it up.
Make sure you're following Make sure you're following along with those skates at Bleacher Report, Nesson, and all that work at Daily Faceoff. JLazzy23 on socials. Did I miss anything, my man?
No, you're good. I appreciate you. Thanks, boys.
Appreciate you. Go have a good rest of your day. Go have a good day now, sir.
Good day now.
All righty. That's just a beaut. And I'm talking about Buffalo Butte. The Buffalo Buttes that have been for us recently have been the Sabres. Obviously, they come back with a win in New Jersey and a very, what I would say, boys, a solid blue-collar, not gut, because they didn't really need to gut it out too much, but a blue-collar win. 1-0 till late. Then you get the Tage and Thompson pretty work there. Or the Krebs and Thompson pretty work there to go up 2-0. Late goal, classic UPL, like last 10 minutes of games. He's allowed probably more than 30% of his goals. But curious what you guys took away from Wednesday night going into this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, the game kind of went like I thought. Both teams kind of look slow, a little rusty. Not necessarily like really sloppy, but just a lot of missed passes, slow moving feet. Really up until the second, I don't even think the Sabres really got going. But yeah, big goal by Tage, and then stripping Jack Hughes, the golden boy, for with that long reach to set up
big
Krebs.
For strippers.
Krebs burying it when it counts and burying the chance when it's given to him, and not thinking twice. Really quieting a lot of the haters that say, "What the hell, Krebs on the first line? What are we doing here, coach?" But hey, I mean, we've talked about it before. I like how you can have him on the first line, you can shuffle him to the third. If you have some young guys that need some support and some leadership on their line, it wasn't an empty netter, but found the back of the net. So
found the back of the net, definitely. Like you said, though, first was slow between both teams. You could tell that neither team had gelled and skated together in a while, played in competitive hockey. I think the Devils had like north of 4 or 5 guys all in the Olympics as well. So obviously Tage in there too. It was clear both teams hadn't played competitive hockey with each other in a bit. Then you get on to the second, like you said, beautiful strip from Tage. The Olympic golden strip heard around the world in heard around New Jersey, I guess. And makes the play over to Krebsy, who
they're calling this play the Bada Big.
Yeah, the Golden Strip.
Yeah, it was a great strip.
Yeah,
in New
I thought
Jersey,
that
for sure.
happened a few days earlier in Miami, but
They're still going.
They have not stopped for
They're
sure.
not going to stop
but
stripping.
Going back to the start of the game, an interesting ceremony. Like it all made sense. It was all good. It was like a storybook. Like everyone seems to be. This seems to be resonating with people a lot. Like I don't know, the opening ceremony. Like, is this right? Is this wrong? Like, or is this just like there's an overwhelming swell of attention to anything from that Olympic? Like,
I thought it was interesting that other than like announcing his name, they really didn't. They just acknowledged Jack. They really didn't acknowledge Tage at all. Because we were saying, oh, first home game, Eichel's coming to town. There's going to be a ceremony with both of them. They didn't really go that route. So then you had, Jack going over to the bench and being like, come on, get on the ice with me. And you could see Tage didn't expect it. He had the bucket on and was on the bench, so had to take off the bucket and the stick and gloves. But that was a great moment. I mean, you could tell from the way, the speech that Jack gave that, like, he really loves the team. And then Tage's comments after the game, how he's like, that's a memory we'll have together. We're kind of like, we have a bond that like will last our whole lives, that whole team. So that was I mean, I think they did it right. I hope Pagulas take note because what was it? 860 Michelob Ultras at the game. Think we'll get 720.
Yeah,
beers.
Hopefully, come on, a 720 Labatt's for sure.
Yeah, 720
Labatt's. Come on, Pagulas.
That would be great.
Follow suit.
Yeah,
would be nice. I would definitely wouldn't mind. So do you think they go on and do acknowledge Eichel after that ceremony though when they come to town?
I think they definitely do because he was a former player. Like
Agreed.
Maybe New Jersey's like, well, Tage, has no tie to us, even though he's a gold medalist.
I still agree with you that they should have though. But Jack Hughes did it perfectly. It was a nice moment. So.
Jack Hughes did it. Did you see there was that one video breaking down that he was like still super hungover at that point? It was all conjecture. It was already, but I wasn't sure if you guys saw it or thought like anything of that.
I didn't see it. I mean, like how drastically hungover could he be at that point at like 7 at night? I mean, I don't know. They were partying.
I don't know if they were like staying like true, totally sober whole tournament, which I'm sure they were. And then, you have a drink in a couple of weeks and you go hard for like 3-4 days in a row. That's a hangover that could last a whole week.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I agree.
Like,
that could be a multi-day hangover, especially if you've been in season, you haven't been drinking. He did the rehab.
He's 24. He'll be fine.
I agree on that regard as well.
Also, by the way, he's listed at 5'11". Tage makes him look like a little boy.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
The Tage does that to everybody.
I know,
but especially him. As we get into it, got to still stay on to the UPL.
Him.
UPL.
Yeah, no, I mean he played great, made saves when it counted. That last goal like really wasn't his fault, and you could tell Jack Hughes was kind of just tossing. They had 3 guys in front of the net. He was just throwing it there, hoping they'd get a couple whacks, and it took like the third whack.
I didn't think about that, but there was some speculation based on the whacks, which I think you just mentioned. Some people were saying like if that's the middle of the game and it maybe it puts New Jersey up 2-1 or something. Are we challenging that for goalie interference? Because you're kind of like hitting the goalie before like the actual goal got scored. Now, the Sabres obviously didn't want to challenge because you don't want to give New Jersey a power play now that they're down 2-1 with like 2 minutes to go. Yeah. But I'm curious, did you guys have any thoughts on that? Or I didn't see that in real time and that didn't stick out to me like that much. But some people were kind of talking about it. I feel like
when there's a scrum in front like that, you're not going to get that
Rules
call.
Are off. Rules are off.
Like, because if someone's whacking at the puck and accidentally hits his pad, it's like, well, the difference is I think if you see someone like push the goalie into the net, we've seen that before where like a guy will like whack and then push the pad.
Yeah.
That's I think a little different. We've seen that call. But yeah, real tough look for the Owen Power guys out there on that play. I mean, just swinging a stick, not taking a body. I thought he had a pretty good game, too, as a guy that's not been fond of his play often this year. But it's exactly what I've talked about over and over. I just need this guy to play his size. Like, he's got, like, 4 inches on all the guys around him, and he's playing with the stick. Like just shove someone in front of the net.
I
It's
just
a
think
contact
that would
sport.
have been a good one for Lazzy that I'm lamenting right now. We should ask him about the Owen Power of it all and how he views him, because we are so like a lot of Sabres fans. It's a hot button issue.
Yeah, it
I think
really
the
is.
pro side is that he's decent enough right now and he's still learning his body or whatever, things like that. And then the second side is that he's awful. Fire him in the sun.
So you got Carson. It was a 3-on-1 in front of the net. He can't take them all. Agreed, but he can take one. How about you push one of them?
It's all caps too from producer.
I wouldn't say
I
it was
was
a
watching it with
3-on-1 either.
we had a difference of well, I didn't think Owen Power was to blame for the goal because again, you had 3 guys down low and no one else in front of the net.
The real issue is
I just wanted to play physical. At least make them earn it. It's like following someone when they have an open basket. At least like bury someone in front of the net. Like
the real issue is that UPL has a shutout allergy. So
Yeah.
it was actually good. He was looking out for him.
he's saving it for the playoffs.
Yeah, he didn't have an allergy attack. But as we go into Florida tonight, this is no easy task, boys. Florida, like, I don't know if there's 2 teams as dangerous as both these teams. One, because Florida just crushed the Leafs last night, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So they just crushed them. They're hungry. They need points right away to get back into the playoff picture. And then you have Tampa Bay, perennial, Eastern Conference favorite. Vasilevsky playing as well as, anybody could play on the face of this planet. Would you take 2 points out of these 2 games?
100%.
I think I would. I think I would.
Yeah,
Because
for
this
sure.
swing is
Especially because
huge. You just can't lose both.
We took care of business in New Jersey, so get 2 at least and go home riding high. Speaking of the Leafs, they just did literally the same back-to-back, but reverse we did.
Yep.
They played Lightning and then Panthers, lost both. Man.
Real quick I'm sorry, now to flip-flop back on UPL. I think during the 10-game win streak, if you remember, like Alex Lyon went like 8-0, 9-0, 10-0 or whatever. Like he was as hot as he could be. I think at this point now we're at, if we have a game 1 playoffs, if we did, I think UPL is the game 1 starter.
Yeah. I don't think anything has indicated that.
But I think 2 months ago,
should be-
Lyon was probably the starter.
Right, but that could have been health concern
True.
primarily because of UPL. But I don't know if he can stay healthy the rest of the way out. UPL, I think, starter come.
The beginning of
That
UPL's
P-word.
year feels so long ago. Remember, like letting in a goal within the first 7 minutes,
2 goals.
2 goals,
2
like
goals in the
clockwork.
first. Yeah.
Like if you go back, I'm pretty sure he allowed 2 goals in the first 10 to 15 minutes of
2 goals. It was
3 out of the first 4
it
or
was-
4 out of the first
yeah.
5.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's been awesome.
It was
recently.
like that low blocker side wrister. That was his kryptonite. I remember a number of them. No, but yeah, he's been great. Going to need him to be great because we've kind of handled Florida this year, but they're healthier than I think anytime we've played them. They still don't have Barkov back, right?
Yeah, they're still dangerous for sure.
But yeah, they're riding high. Just whack the Leafs. And they get to play 2 games back-to-back at home. They're not traveling at all. But still like our chances. I think we got to play our game, not get wrapped up in any of the malarkey that Bennett and
none
of the malarkey Bennett and Kachuk are going to throw at you. But at the same time, play physical. So yeah, gonna be a good game. Pumped to watch it. And we got the Crossing Swords Banditos hybrid pod
little
later.
hybrid action tonight. Looking forward to that.
Bro, that's like when your
Banditos.
favorite Disney or Nickelodeon
Sweet
show
Life on
did
Deck.
a crossover episode when you were younger. Yeah.
No, that would be outstanding. So looking forward to that. Again, we have a busy next, boys. 36 hours. We'll have 2 Sabres games and 2 Banditos games. So a lot of sports incoming, but we're not looking forward at this point. We're going to look back. It's time for Flashback Friday, sponsored by William Mattar Law Offices. With the Bills on this one, nothing.
Big fat nothing.
Nothing really happened this
Nathan.
time of year. There was some speculation. There was some Russell Butt stories.
I guess on
actually, I have one from today.
I guess on this day, today, right?
Yeah. What day is that? Or what one are you going with?
The one we were reported earlier, probably, right?
Which one?
Um,
It's a mystery. Am I playing Clue?
oh, I don't know. Just go ahead and
It was
say
Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick.
what?
I don't know. I don't know what you're
Never
talking
played.
about. That's why I threw up. But the one
I'm on the
story I
edge of my
saw,
seat.
February 27th, 2001, Thurman Thomas signs a one-day contract to retire a Buffalo Bill.
Wow.
Thurman comes home like that one. Hall of Famer, MVP. So you love to see that. But a lot of Sabres on these dates, boys. Hold on. Oh, I left myself on the scroll. Oh no, where's my cursor? There it is. Okay, there we go. All right. Listen, I had a little struggle there. Sabres have had a little struggle on this date, boys.
Yeah, I couldn't
18
believe
years
this.
since we've won on this date, and we've played pretty regularly on this date.
Yeah, at least 5 losses I'd seen since the year 2008. Pretty crazy.
On 2008, we had one of the greatest debuts, literally in Sabres history. Steve Bernier, 2 goals, assist.
Yeah.
I was at the
Future
game.
guest-
over there.
We have Crossbar Nate on deck, and he just giggled when he heard,
He
when he
told
heard
me
about Steve
prior he's numb to the Sabres too, but even the Steve Bernier of it all made
the
him
Steve
pop.
Bernier debut in 2008, you know where you were because this was the year after the President's Cup. We were getting ready to make a run. We made this deal at the deadline to get Bernier. He comes in. This guy was like the equivalent for this game of like NBA Jam when you're on fire and you just like can't be stopped. Like he was checking people over when like Roy was getting like messed with or something. He came in, he just like threw a guy to the side. He picked a, there's one where he had a punch like ready to go and he just didn't throw it. Like he was like ready to go. And Jenneret's like, he's got it cocked. like it was crazy. It was crazy. Like so I'm just telling you, Jenneret, it was an 8-goal game. So you can imagine. So you can imagine. Jenneret was just this was a classic. Even though it wasn't a classic Sabres game, like when you really think about them traditionally, it really was with the 8 goals.
I remember it. I was at that game.
You remember where you were?
I was
you
at
remember where you were with the Bernier
the
debut?
roof was blowing off the building. I remember when he got his second one.
Yeah.
Because everyone was like, "Oh man, this guy might be it. Like he's gonna fix all our problems. Like no Briere, no Drury, no problem. Like you know."
I love that. Speaking of which, Don, on this day in 2007, the Sabres pick up a 6-1 win, that President's Trophy year, 2007, without Drury or Briere, as Miller stops 27 of 28. Unfortunately, and I hate to do this, and I hate to say it, but in a 6-1 game, Andrew Peters was a -1.
Damn.
Unfortunate.
Yeah,
It's
rough.
unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Is that a garbage goal?
We're going to have to look at it. We're going to have to look at the box score. 2001, though, the box score says that Hasek stopped 29-30. And this is one of those like crossovers. Like, I forget how early Afenagenoff was a Sabre. I forget how early this guy was a Sabre. Jean-Pierre Dumont, JP Dumont.
Wow.
2001.
Yep.
So he was still playing for the Sabres in 2006. So that was quite definitely some longevity there out of him. Some crazy good memories on this Flashback Friday for the Buffalo Sabres. Select World of Wrestling, we got some fun as well. So 2000, No Way Out. I've decided you and I are going to watch this one because you haven't seen anything from this.
Yeah,
event.
I mean, this lineup here sounds awesome. Angle defeating Jericho to become dual IC and Euro champ. I mean, those are 2 of the best of all time, 2 of the best
Literally.
in-ring technicians as well. So I can only imagine how those 2 would lock up in the squared circle. I'd love to watch that with you.
Billy Gunn and Road Dogg lose their titles to the Dudleys in a tag team title match there. Rock versus Big Show were battling. So No Way Out was your elimination chamber at this point.
Yeah,
it was your
yeah.
one where you kind of leveraged what was happening at Mania. So I think Rock defeated Big Show, but it wasn't over yet, like to go to Mania. But they still had a storyline there. Triple H versus Cactus Jack, Hell in a Cell. You and I are going to watch this for sure because
I think I've
is
seen some clips of this one. This is a classic, right?
Mick Foley is just an absolute madman. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, well,
Speaking of
that's been
craziness, we got 2014. Oh no, did I forget who this was? By the way, 2014 NXT Arrival takes place at Full Sail. First live event on the WWE Network. Main event between who and who in a ladder match for the NXT Championships. Like who faced off in a ladder match 12 years ago today on NXT for the NXT Championship?
Do we have Seth Rollins?
No.
Adam Cole.
No. He hadn't debuted yet.
Okay, so it is prior to that.
This is. Oh, sorry.
This is OG
NXT.
NXT.
Let me add some context. This is the first live event on the WWE Network for NXT.
My gosh.
Yes. Yes. Sorry,
oh.
I forgot to add that context.
Daniel Bryan?
No.
What? Oh my God. Wade Barrett.
I'm looking around this card. Mojo Rawley defeated CJ Parker. Cesaro defeated Sami Zayn on this card. Tyler Breeze defeated Xavier Woods.
Oh man.
Oh my God, Too Cool wrestled on this card? What? That's crazy.
That makes no sense.
They both have different personas now, but they're both still wrestling.
Finn Balor.
Nope.
Oh man.
One's with AEW / free agent, and one is still with WWE, but he's a different character.
Chris Jericho?
No.
And I'm stumped.
At that time, Adrian Neville, aka Pac,
I would have never guessed that.
versus Bo Dallas.
Oh my God.
AKA,
never in a million
Absolutely,
years.
this guy's crazy.
That.
You got to believe, bro. You got to believe. And then on this date, 6 years ago, who cares? It should never have happened. Goldberg beats the Fiend.
Yeah, I remember watching that in disgust.
Disgust. This is the first of a lot of bad Goldberg booking decisions. Don, that wasn't some beautiful music between Slick and I, but there was a lot in this date for Flashback Friday.
Yeah, we got 1814 Beethoven drops a bomb in Vienna.
This is like the definition of if you're another composer and you have a release date for this date in 1814, push it back because Beethoven was coming through.
Yeah,
for his number 8 in F major.
Symphony number 8 in F major. Yeah, I do have to say, music back at this time was crazy because it wasn't recorded. So to premiere music, right? You just everyone just assembles in the theater, and even like people with not a lot of money could afford to do it, and it was just such an experience. Like there's the infamous when Rite of Spring was debuted, like riots started in the theater because like the music was so tense and people just started like fighting each other.
Awesome.
So it's like people are like, yeah, so what? Like it was performed, but like back then it was a big deal. It was a whole universal experience.
Imagine the orchestra just going nuts on stage. There's shit burning in the crowd. People are punching each other.
That transcends.
That's why we mosh today.
Yeah, and that's why we mog.
That's why we frame Mog.
Yeah. 1977, Slick, you're a huge fan of him. ABBA arrives in Australia for ABBA Mania.
Yeah, I guess
Did
this is what sets off ABBA Mania. My mom was an usher at an arena in Perth, Western Australia. She got to meet and see a lot of people in concert. I'm going to have to ask because ABBA's one of my favorites. I know she's a fan as well. So,
Yeah.
ABBA Mania down under.
Dancing Queen herself.
I hope nobody ever caused a problem in your mom's like section.
I'm sure she took care of it.
I would get straight right away.
Yeah.
1980, Billy Joel wins Grammy for Best Album, 52 2nd Street.
How about
I think this was his first
You
Grammy.
got psyched on this in the pre-show by Polanski.
Yeah, Polanski
That was unbelievable that it wasn't even done.
I didn't know this. Yeah, Nick P, shout out for getting this. I'm not really a Billy Joel guy personally. I think he's kind of an asshole, but hey, you win a Grammy, you get your props. Yeah. Side note about Billy Joel. So he held the record for longest number of sellouts in a row at MSG.
It's gonna be broken, right?
Well, so he famously made disparaging comments about the band Fish and Rolling Stone, where he called them like a cover band.
Yeah.
And then so Fish, when they did their first ever residency at MSG, they played one more show than him to break the record.
Unbelievable.
And then I think he broke it back, and then another summer they did 17 in a row.
They should make a movie about that.
So yeah, Fish and Billy Joel beef is real. It's pretty hilarious.
Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, what is this? 2018, Barbara Streisand reveals she cloned her dog.
So this
twice.
we were making a big deal about it this last year with Brady.
I didn't even know you could do this.
Well, do you remember Brady doing this?
Yeah,
well,
I thought this was new this year.
Oh wait, yeah, Brady said it was new.
Brady said it was new, and it wasn't like an exact like clone. It was like the genetic like pull or something from the dog. This, I mean, you knew, but like I was like for Flashback Friday, we have some Barbra Streisand 2018 stuff. Maniac, you sniped this.
Yeah, I think I was looking and I saw this one. This
Oh,
is a
you were
popular one.
looking.
This is a
Oh
popular
my
one.
God! I thought that you were just
Yeah, no, I
tapped
didn't
in
remember it
2018 like
happening.
that.
To be honest, when I was growing up, I thought Barbara Streisand was like a movie star, not like a singer.
That's what I thought too.
She already evolved. to
Actually,
that
when
point.
I was growing up, I just knew her as the name in that one song that goes hard. You know,
Barbara Streisand. That was a great one. That was
Yeah.
great. You see, what was that? Like 2010?
maybe a
2000,
little
yeah.
earlier.
Or Pump It? All right,
Yeah,
Barbara
maybe.
Streisand. It was a good one. Speaking of good ones, TV, movies, pop culture, Adam Sandler on this date, founding Happy Madison Productions. Think about all the amazing projects and some of the ones you've gotten. Like,
Yeah, well, a lot of good stuff. And now I think they're partnered with Netflix, where everything just goes there.
it seems like they got a partnership.
Yeah.
I need to go rewatch Happy Gilmore too. I think I may have been a little tough on the Gilmore when I look back. I saw a clip the other day of Bad
I thought
Bunny.
it was everything it needed to be for what it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
what's not to like?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
they paid the correct homage.
Happy 30-year birthday to the only thing that has appreciated better than gold and Apple stock, essentially, Pokemon. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
1996. I remember like people were talking legendary birds. They're like this animal evolves into this animal. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking
And
about?
here we all thought it was going to be Beanie Babies.
Yeah, I was just about
Beanie
to
Babies
say,
were crushing them
I have
at
a
this point.
distinct memory of being at a flea market on a Florida vacation, trying to convince my parents to get me a holographic Charizard that was like $25 or $50. They're like, what for one card? That's crazy. Meanwhile, everyone's going crazy buying all these in-glass Beanie Babies that are just sitting in the basement.
Seriously.
Worthless.
What do you think that
Should've spent it
Charizard
on
card
the
would be going
Charizard.
for? What do you think that would be going for?
If it ended up being
I
a
don't know.
PSA 10, it could be worth like what, 10 to 20K or something?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Damn it, Dad.
I remember like a kid like trading Pokemon cards and like people getting fights, like 7, 8-year-olds, like
Yeah.
you did this
Serious
shit. Like,
stuff.
that was crazy. All right, boys. In 2008, this movie came out.
Thai movie came out.
No, this
Yeah, wait, what? Oh.
this movie.
Oh, jeez.
2008.
It's a typo.
2008.
It was the first of 3.
Okay.
Spider-Man.
Nope, and it stars like one guy.
One guy.
John
Like
Wick.
it's not an ensemble
John
cast.
Wick?
Like it's just one guy. Nope. This guy
Oh,
was
there's
John Wick
4 of
before
those.
John Wick.
Oh.
This was like in my mind. This walked so John Wick could run.
Is this the Bourne franchise?
Nope.
Shaft.
Nope.
What do we got?
This man has a very particular set of skills that can make him a nightmare for a man like you. I will find you.
Oh yeah, I never
I will
taken.
kill
Like
you.
I've
Taken.
never seen these.
You've never seen
I've never
Taken?
seen any
I
of
haven't
Taken.
either.
I know
Are
the
you-
quotes.
what?
Though.
I haven't
No.
either.
Never seen Taken? Are you
I'm
kidding me?
sorry. No,
That's outrageous.
I was watching Pirates of the Caribbean in 2008.
That's fair.
fair.
Dead Man's Chest was clapping. Or no, wait, no. What? 3 was already out. The first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean
Yeah,
movies
exactly.
are the best. Listen,
still
I know,
watch
I
it.
know my 2000s movie franchises, okay? Pirates of the Caribbean was in theaters in May of 2007. With that said, speaking of movie franchises, Captain Marvel comes out 2019 this date. This is kind of a funny one to look back on. Captain Marvel crushed every female superhero. Like everyone's like, oh my God, this is the new hotness. There was a little timing that this was the end of like a 9-year buildup in the MCU to Infinity War, which was coming out 3 months after this movie. There was like a little bit, going on there. So, again, like Captain Marvel, if you look back, it did like $4 billion or whatever. But there's a reason why they struggled to make number 2, plain and simple. With that said, let's keep on rolling along. We got the trending topics here today. That was Flashback Friday. This one absolutely puzzled me. I don't know if we can get the image up, but I look on the timeline, I'm scrolling. All of a sudden, I see a tweet from Jimmy Johnson. Loved hanging out for football with boys to men.
I didn't get this.
I couldn't tell you where this started and where this ended. What football were they watching? There's no football going on. There's no USFL. There's no XFL. There's no UFL.
Soccer.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. So very confusing, very odd. We'll get that image pulled up because it's just a surreal image.
Yeah.
I can hear Don working on it. One video that we won't do the whole thing on, Slick, these Cal Baptist wrestlers. Bit of an interesting situation. Cal Baptist wrestling basically gets like quote unquote canceled as a program in the Cal Baptist athletics. They still have a meet or a duel or whatever they would call it. And they're wearing like singlets that are not Cal Baptist representative. Huge issue here. Apparently.
Yeah, and the program director, athletic director is acting all sissy and saying if you don't want to wear the Cal Baptist uniform, you're just not going to wrestle. And this is 2 weeks post your program getting pulled from the whole university's budget. So I stand with the players that they want to have a voice. They don't want to represent the school that just pulled their entire program before they go and represent themselves on a big stage. And clearly the athletic program had issues with that. And it was in the most Karen way possible that this athletic director wanted to call the president.
Him in the video is I'm about to call the president and ask if you guys
about to
wrestle.
come down to the locker room right now and tell you guys you can't wrestle today. I mean, dude, get the hell out of here. The program's done. Just give it up. Your job is done in a week. Like, come on, give it up.
Yeah. With that, yeah. Oh, do we have the image of Jim Johnson?
Yeah, I got it.
Jim Jones.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, holding the statue is
unbelievable.
Interesting.
Maybe they were just watching old highlights, the old Super Bowls or something.
Could be.
Or big games. Are we still getting in trouble for that? It's too far gone.
Yeah, no. I think as long as we're not talking about it in a promotional way, for sure, I think we'll be okay. Yeah.
They need to rebrand to men to old men.
Men to old men would be a great rebrand for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Speaking of rebranding, should we shuffle Nate in for some of these topics?
Yeah,
I wasn't sure because I feel bad that I feel like he wants to get in the mix.
Let's get him in
like
here.
He's ready to get clap it up. Let's go. Crossbar Nate, baby. Let's go.
From Crossbar Athletics.
Yeah, here he is.
What's up, boys?
Welcome in it.
Doing well. Welcome to Hilbert Studio. You've been on Trainwreck today before, I believe.
Yeah, I think you joined us once.
You came to our spot once.
Okay.
Yeah,
You've been on the Trainwreck.
We did it live.
Yes,
there.
that's where I got jumbled. But
Bill's
first time in the Hilbert Studio. So welcome, obviously, Nate.
This is pretty sweet.
This is a great topic to start off with, and it's one very relatable for us. Darby Allin with this Uber situation. I couldn't believe.
My God.
I couldn't believe when you sent this to me.
I thought I was watching like a
parallel reality,
a reenactment of what happened to us in Charlotte. So Darby Allin is a wrestler, and he's doing an interview in the back of his Uber, Lyft, whatever. I didn't want to put the video in here because it's a whole minute and a half long of cringe. But essentially, he's doing an interview from the back of the Uber, and the Uber driver accuses him of, one, talking with his AA sponsor loudly in the back. This guy's straight edge. Just never had a drink in his life.
Yeah.
And he goes, dude, I'm doing a live interview right now. The Uber starts screaming and pulls over on the side of the highway.
Darby didn't know what to say for a second. He's like, oh, let's go. Because the guy's just like, can you turn that off? I've been driving all morning. It's like, dude, I'm not on your time right now, first off.
And he's like, bro, it's a live interview. I can't just stop.
Wasn't it the guy on the phone who's like, it's a live interview?
The guy hosting the interview is like, dude, don't you want that 5 stars?
That's not 5-star treatment. That's 1-star shit or whatever.
And then the Uber driver, I thought partially that this was a bit, because if you've ever seen the famous meme where the guy's going, get out of my car.
Yes.
He does the exact same thing. And Darby has the interview FaceTime pointed at him, which is the funniest part. Shout out Darby Allin, gets out and completes the interview on the side of the interstate. I mean,
so he gets out of the car, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it wasn't as bad as our situation. And within 2 seconds, a semi comes blazing by at 70 miles per hour. I'm like, oh my God, it really was the side of the throughway.
For those at home, Don, Maniac, and I in Charlotte, we're just trying to get to our hotel room at 2 a.m. And because our Uber driver couldn't find our hotel, he got mad and was about to drop us on the side of the thruway at 2 a.m. in the pitch black with decent amount of traffic going still.
Very scary. So
we convinced him to get us to a Pizza Hut or something.
No further exaggeration needed. Is that the most scared you guys have been in the last 6 months?
Yeah.
Maybe not you.
No. No.
I know what's number one on your
No,
list.
trying to think what could get him in hot
I have
water.
a number one with the bullet that
No.
we can't talk about on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, okay, boys,
Yeah.
off the record. With
Yeah,
that
we
said,
can't talk about that.
it's never going to get on the record, but I mean, we don't even have to go on long because business isn't our thing. But Nate, you might have some insight into this. Jack Dorsey, there's this blocks company. I don't know anything about it, but he's just saying that automation is going to be so crucial. They had 10,000 people in their workforce, just fire 4,000 people like.
Wasn't it
off the rip.
6,000?
I thought it was 4,000.
It could be,
40%
yeah,
of the
one of the
workforce.
two.
6,000 left. Gave them all like 20 weeks severance. So like not anything like cheap. Like if you look at it, that's like 20 years of salaries apparently. Or like I'm sorry. Half a year each for 4,000. That's 2,000 years of salaries.
And I think $5,000.
Yeah, plus $5,000 to like do whatever you want, like
Yeah.
or to help with the situation. I mean, like I'm like I need that from some of my previous jobs. Jeez, Verizon Wireless wasn't hooking me up like that.
Block is it's the financial service company that operates Square, Cash App, Afterpay, Tidal, and a bunch of other Bitcoin buying
A
platforms.
lot of links there.
Yeah.
It sounds like a pretty important company that we might use.
40%.
Yeah. 40% of the workforce, and then the stock goes, and then the stock goes up,
And they were more efficient
and the stock goes up
and more profitable.
30% right away. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
skyrocketing.
automation, it frees everybody, all the employees up to be more.
That's the thing.
efficient.
It was all about like running a team
Yeah.
and running a company is like different now, and now it seems to be like there's like I don't know if you guys have noticed on timeline, like the AI doomsday of it all definitely seems like it's like peaking.
Yeah, well, it's funny though, because too, this is you used to own Twitter. Wasn't the whole thing with Twitter when Elon came in? Is he's like, this guy wasn't firing anybody, and they're like, is it possible to get fired from Twitter? There's people working that are just like
I do
sitting
remember
at a
Elon
desk
saying
like
it was
all day.
impossible to get fired from Twitter.
Like, yeah, so it is interesting that the
And
guy
then he laid off,
supposedly
like,
that was just like, I don't want to fire anybody. Like, and this company is making massive amounts of cash, so like, whatever, we'll hire you just to do Google searches for us, like at a desk. Now, but that's the thing, automation taking over, and yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily have to cost you your job too, because it could just take away your menial tasks where you can be more efficient and do more and spread yourself out.
Yeah, I mean, if I just could do this show all day and not have to do any of the behind the scenes,
We're getting close. We're getting close,
then,
inch by inch.
Trust
for
me,
sure.
I do.
And then
it.
all of a sudden, just that Terminator phase comes in, we're all dead.
Yeah,
That
but that's the
happen
thing.
very
That there
quickly.
is like they keep running like Gemini and stuff. These like war game scenarios, and like
Teaching them all the good
Well,
stuff.
no, 95% of the time they all do tactical nuke strikes and never surrender. So like they pretty much just start nuking each other without understanding. Like if no one's left on Earth, like they're not even gonna be powered anymore. So
yeah, they're not worried.
So they're
not
like,
worried
yeah,
about
we're
that.
not ready for AI in war yet.
Speaking of the nuclear option, this Bushnell ending.
Oh yeah, go get into it.
No, well, I'm just saying that the guys shooting free throws, they're up 2. There's like what 2 seconds left or something, like 3 seconds left. He tries to do the quick like miss so that it'll just get rebounded. They won't call a timeout to
he
move
hits
it
right at the rim.
And the guy grabs it as a rebound, takes like one dribble and goes to shoot it. And this guy like almost D'd him up, like kind of fronted him up from like probably 60 to 70 feet, gets the foul call.
He like contests his shot from
he tried to
quarters,
contest.
From 3
You
quarters.
know, sometimes you just do like a little thing, like he like literally kind of like squared him up.
He closed in.
Yeah, like I think like it was very weird, bizarre.
Closed out.
Make on the free throws with
Game over.
0.1 seconds left.
Game over.
Game
and then,
over.
And then the clip was still going with the 0.1 on the heave inbound, so I was expecting something. No, just catching.
This
It did get the
watching
tip-off.
this
They
though.
got it. They got as close as you can get at 0.1 for
Watching
sure.
this clip though, I was like watching it. It was like that meme where it's like the Chihuahua and then like the Vietnam stuff.
Yes.
Because I lost a first half total in college on that exact scenario where they
Oh.
fouled a guy but there was no time left on the clock, so he just had time. No time, 3 throws.
Oh my gosh.
And I had 2 points to spare.
2.5. Oh
Yeah,
no.
so
That is brutal.
it was an under actually. Yeah, I first half total under. It was yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
All right, it's like you're our Bow Society insider, but today you're our Terry and Arnold insider. What's going on with these robberies?
I'm not sure. So I saw, the headline said he was the victim of 2 robberies that are also linked to a kidnapping and false imprisonment charge. People were saying in the replies that he's not the victim. He's actually linked. I did some digging. So these guys
robbed him.
These guys robbed a home that he was renting, and then were then later caught using some women to lure and kidnap some gentlemen and assault them with weapons. All just an absolutely batshit crazy story. But it seems like Terry and Arnold not all the way involved, but
no, you didn't read it the right way. It sounds like
you set it up.
It sounds like when the authorities arrived to investigate the first robbery, he's like, no, nothing happened.
Oh.
And now there's another robbery where he's on the flip side of it. It sounds like he tried to enact some, what is it called? Some cavalier justice, some frontier justice.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he took matters into his own. He took matters into his own hands.
Oh, so the guys that took these women and lured these other guys.
He decided he was going to get them back, and now he's on this end.
I got you. I just read it at first that he was the first target. And he was the first target, but like you said, Liam Neeson style. In reality, he retaliates.
How the turntables.
Another NFL guy in kind of deep water.
Yeah, literally in deep water. With that said, probably a situation where you should have called someone, but I don't think it's time for a call, boys. I don't think it's time for a text.
Nope.
I think it's time for some FaceTime.
Who we got first?
What's up, boys? I'm back.
There he is.
Tickling the twine better than ever.
Yeah. 2 points the other night. So you didn't seem hungover at all, but I don't know about your USA teammate on the other side. But was that because you were taking it easy partying, or are you just built different?
Oh, I was hungover. Don't get it twisted at all. Did you see those bottles popping? I was standing at attention with everyone else. With that said, what I'm also hungover on was scoring goals, exactly like I was doing in Italy. And what do they say? A little hair of the dog that bit you never hurt. That's what I got in New Jersey. Sorry about it, Bang. Me and Krebs getting it done.
New Jersey aside, it's been a while since we've seen you. How was Club 11? Heard the tab was skyrocketing.
You know, honestly, as a father now, I definitely look at those places a little bit differently. So that's all I'll say.
You had your cowboy hat on. You're still good.
Well, I mean, listen, there's one thing to be patriotic. There's one thing to take, pride in one's country. But Yeah,
you said in comments after the game, you're a man of God, man of faith. I respect that. Everyone's got to have their own faith, but also a man of strippers. Care to comment?
I mean, listen,
those two worlds.
Strippers are as American as chocolate chip cookies and apple pie. Okay, it's what this country was founded on. If you look back into it, okay. So we're going to keep, that foundation, and we're going to keep moving forward and keep doing great things.
Door frames are about 4 to 5 inches lower in Italy. How did you adjust?
Oh, yeah. Well, what I was doing is I was on my knees the whole time. It just made it easier because I didn't want to have to keep crouching. I was going to get some back pain, some neck pain. I didn't want to get the forehead clipped. So, yeah, I just walked on these. To be honest, I was still about a half a foot taller than everyone else around there.
Making your return to Florida. You just came back up from Miami to New Jersey, now going back Florida tonight. What are you looking for? Are you looking to get Krebsy another goal, keep the twine nipping?
Well, I actually lost my wallet at 11, so I'll be stopping by to get back that. Yeah, I mean, if anything, to me, down boy.
Not the first guy.
To me, down boy, Krebsy, down boy. All right, because he was actually texting me when I was there. He was telling me to FaceTime him.
Are you serious?
He was telling me to FaceTime him, get him on the FaceTime at 11. And talk with some of the employees, but no, I wasn't going to do that.
Will you invite him back to go?
Focused man.
Will you invite him back when you go get your wallet?
Yeah, and I'll also get my punch card punched as well.
So all right, right on, Tage. I know you got to get to Florida, so thanks so much.
I got some twine tickling to do. You boys tune in tonight.
Sounds good. Will do.
See you there.
Oh, now joined by the coach himself. Lindy, good to see you again. Fedora still on after another big 2-1 win in New Jersey. You kind of fit like the Goodfellas vibe right now.
Yeah, fuck those guys. I mean, if you firing me, no one fires me except for the Sabres, but that's fine. I'm back. And yeah, I mean, I got chased out of town. That team, that roster, the only reason they, Jack Hughes, that's my guy. I taught him everything he knows and how to play at the NHL level. So, yeah, it was great to get some revenge. Yeah, fuck them.
All right. Well, that said, you got to feel good as a coach when you have 3 weeks to plan for a game and then you come out with a performance like that in New Jersey. You had to be happy to see that, getting ready on the road.
Yeah, we were a little slow, but as to be expected, we haven't played in a while. But, the rust is shaking off, and another 10-game win streak queuing up right now.
So with the look, you the backup to the Untouchables movie, do you take matters into your own hands when you get into like an Arnold situation too?
Listen, at this point in my career, I got guys that'll do that for me. Everyone knows that famous video of me almost getting in a scrap with the Ottawa coach. You're not going to see that anymore. I let the players take care of business, and I might whisper in their ear what they got to do out there.
Spending the weekend in Florida, 2 games. You bringing your swim trunks, Lindy?
Nope, all business, no trunks. I might go to a driving range, hit a couple balls, but that's it. That's just to stay nice and keep my shoulders nice and limber.
I was literally going to ask, with the weather getting better, are you looking forward to getting out on any Western New York golf courses?
Off season
to celebrate.
Yeah, but we're fully focused, and so I might not be hitting golf courses till June if things go the way I want it to.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll let you get back to it, Coach. Thanks very much, Lindy Ruff, for stopping by. Speaking of coaches, Coach Joe, Combine, Indianapolis, a lot going on. Thanks for stopping by. How are things feeling at your first Combine, kind of your first coach get-together? Are they hazing you?
Appreciate it, guys. No, they're not hazing me. They're just making me make coffee runs, and I'll tell you what, I need them because I'm lethargic. I've been scouting every damn guy at this Combine, and it's been a pleasure. I'm happy to be the head of the helm and doing all this with my guy Brandon supporting me the whole way. Speaking of coffee and lethargic, we saw Jets coach Aaron Glenn falling asleep during the Combine. Fucking bum.
Not good.
So that's disgraceful. You know what I have to say to that, Don? Just end the season. You're falling asleep at the Combine. We're not even at the draft yet. Imagine how snoozy he's going to be when we're by round 3. Yeah, good luck, New Jersey.
Enough said.
Seriously, you talked about getting Khalil Shakir down the ball downfield. A lot of people were saying that was kind of a, pot calling the kettle black because a lot of those calls were coming from you. Well, what were your thoughts on some of the feedback there? And what do you thought people saying that you're the one responsible for throwing the short ones to Shakir? Yeah, the calls were coming from me. But listen, we might have been throwing the short ones to Shakir, and I might have been orchestrating it. But you're just forgetting to mention, Maniac, the short ones that would go for 60, 70 yards to Khalil Shakir. We want him to be able to catch the ball 60, 70 yards downfield with Josh Allen's rocket arm. You're just forgetting to mention the ones that did work out. I know people don't necessarily like the screens. We just want Khalil to unleash his full Swiss Army knife capabilities that he is capable of.
How's it coming with the networking of your old LSU guys? And part 2, we bring the other Khalil back here. Like, let's get Mac back in a Buffalo uniform for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree on that for sure. But the networking's good. Whispers have been moving, being said. Some guys have shown interest. Wink, wink. Won't get into specifics, but you might know who I'm talking about. We're definitely always looking on the market. I know Brandon's working hard, and there may be some guys that want to join this offense in the near future. All right. Sounds good. By the way, Coach. At St. Elmo's Steakhouse, how you ordering the steak? Well done, for sure.
What? With ketchup?
Yep.
What the hell?
What is going on? All right, Coach. All right. We're going to give you the benefit of the doubt like we have to do. But, get back to it. Get back to work.
All right, we'll do, boys.
Thank you. That has been FaceTime brought to you by Trainwreck Sports and Herd of Buffalo. Make sure you're following along both platforms because the action never stops. Speaking of the action never stops, Nate, we got a huge one on tap tomorrow. X-Gen, lighten it up. Tell us a little bit about that. Light up the court.
Tomorrow night, X-Gen Elite, we are going to light up the court for next play. Family fun night. It is free admission for the kids. We're going to have glow-in-the-dark basketball. We're going to have bounce houses. We're going to have free face painting by Darlene. Lots and lots of baskets. We got over 45 baskets to raffle off, 50-50, all sorts of fun.
People know you, and they know CROSSBAR and what they do. Next Play, a foundation of yours, relatively new. Tell us a little about Next Play and what the goal is with the foundation.
I coached football and lacrosse for years. I got busy with business, so I needed to find a new way to give back. Next Play Foundation was born to do just that. We want to empower the youth through sports and athletics to teach the next play mentality.
I don't know if that came through on the mic. My stomach just made the most ridiculous noise. I didn't know if you heard that. I don't know if it was just like so close to me.
See, you're hungry.
It was crazy.
We're here to teach you,
I'm
man.
here for some glow-in-the-dark action. We got bounce houses, we got games, we got giveaways. Let's go. This is about everything that makes an event great.
For sure. We hope to have everybody out. Community event. Get the families out there. Let's get kids having fun. And Next Gen's an awesome spot.
Is this the second biggest one behind the 3v3 basketball tournament that you guys do?
We hope it's bigger.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
man. Shoot for the moon.
Well,
you can only hope, right?
Well, you know what they say. If you shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars.
That's very
Or
fair.
some free throws.
Or some free throw.
We got some glow-in-the-dark balls to
If
shoot.
it's me free throws,
They
it's
still
going
might
over the
end up-
basket into the crowd.
They
and
still
knocking
might end up
somebody
in the
out.
stars.
Yeah, those are good.
The whole backboard's
It's like a
lit up
scene
and
me
everything,
play
right?
pass.
We got. Well, you'll see. I can't give
Okay.
it away. It's
Well,
good.
What
I'm
time
just
to
nervous.
start?
I'm nervous about the
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock
5 to 8.
tomorrow, baby. 5 o'clock.
perfect little
Get in.
pregame for the Sabres
Yeah,
or Bandy.
Who
perfect.
wants to play me
Yeah.
in horse? I'm taking bets.
We could get a game.
Oh yeah. Oh no, we should play
We
some
can get a game
knockout.
going.
That would be
Yeah,
a
that's what I'm
classic.
saying.
Knockout's
A classic
cool.
go
Yeah,
on
for sure.
Knockout's good.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Big.
Horse, pig, you know,
Little shorter. So if we
barn,
suck,
barn
like,
animals.
the game goes shorter if everybody's not making
That's
them.
true.
Right?
You sound like you're not
X-Gen.
confident.
You know,
Yeah,
you
no,
can
okay.
try that every
Short
month.
words. Short words are good.
I'm like
Yes,
I'm like
yes.
I'm like Klay Thompson. I just shoot. I spot up shoot.
Why use long words and short word do trick?
Barn animals,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, for sure. So 5 p.m. tomorrow, CROSSBAR, light 'em up event. We got bounce houses, everything you can imagine. That's gonna be a great time.
It's gonna be a great time.
This is the first annual.
First annual.
I know I'm like helicopter circling around here. I'm just making sure. I like to track these events. I like to see them grow. I think of all the first events that we've been involved with, the Shakir pet adoption event, everything like that. It's only uphill from here, or only easier.
It doesn't get smaller.
It's not every day that you light up the court though and play glow in the dark.
Yeah.
B-ball.
Is there any
I'm
kind of
excited.
event like this in Western New York? I'm trying to think. I haven't heard of it.
No.
The Bisons copied us and announced something right after we did.
There was.
Yeah.
Okay. All
'Cause
right.
I was gonna say I saw online where they do like.
I'm not trying
black-
to talk any trash, but the
Yeah, hey,
Bisons-
no,
But
hey,
you also
credit where
can't- yeah.
take your credit. The only time I've seen is online. You see, they do the like black light baseball thing, like glow in the dark baseball.
Could be a little
So-
crazy.
but
Obviously,
that
like
looks
Bob Links does
way-
like the golf thing.
Way too much. The basketball, it's gonna be great.
we went over there and we tested out the court on Saturday night, and it looked cool.
So football,
No injuries.
you've
from the
coached
test out.
football,
Okay.
lacrosse. How are your basketball skills?
Menial.
Mid.
Very menial.
Okay.
What a word! Yeah, menial. I was. Yeah.
I didn't really start playing at all until I turned 30. I needed some kind of workout. And
Yeah.
I wish I played as a kid. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
you got to do
great
something
game.
to keep moving.
I did play as a
yeah.
kid.
Yeah,
It
like
still
football and
sucks,
lacrosse, you
so-
can't really play as an adult. You need basketball, you just need a ball.
Yeah,
Play by yourself.
yeah.
Ball in the gym and a hoop.
The thing was, as a kid, it was just like you just wanted to shoot half court shots the whole time,
Oh,
though,
yeah.
too. Like it's like you know.
I wanted to dunk. I'd lower the hoop to like 7-8 feet.
So now I'm only defense. I don't even shoot the
Yeah,
ball.
there you go. Yeah, just set.
I know my
picks.
role. I know my role. Seven
Dude,
six
dude,
play beast.
Nothing like the pickup guy who's just all defense and hustle,
And literally
that's
setting the
definitely
hard screens.
Well, I'm sure
The
there won't be
hardest.
any crash outs from that
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Never call a foul. You know how it is.
Speaking of which, let's check in with the Trainwreck Sports Crash Outline, sponsored by William Matar Law Offices.
Yeah, so crash outline again. Not much to be crashing out about. We're coming back from a kind of a lull, but I don't know, Nate. You got anything that's pissed you off lately?
I'm blanking. I'm so happy all the time.
I'm crashing
Yeah,
out
such a
just
happy
that we
person.
got like kind of like warmer
Come back to me,
weather
come back to
earlier
me.
part of last week. And then like it's kind of like been stagnant. Like we haven't gotten the upward trajectory that you want to see. And I know they're saying it's like 10 days away. It's going to be like 60 or 70 degrees or something. But just like getting hungry here.
I got it. Somebody didn't turn right at a red light in front of me yesterday for like 3 minutes.
Oh,
That's
wow.
messed
It
up.
felt like 3 minutes.
You
It probably
honked?
wasn't that long.
Why?
but
Yeah, you should have honked.
It's tough.
I should have.
I'm
I
an
don't know.
aggressive honker for sure.
I try not
Same.
to. Like,
Yeah, I'm an aggressive honky too. But yeah.
Oh, geez.
You know what I'm
Sick.
crashing out about?
Yeah.
This box on WWE programming. This crate that's appeared
Yeah.
and says open
Yeah.
at Elimination Chamber. It
Yeah.
looks like it's suitable to fit a human being. What are we doing? I mean, this is, I hate to say it, name redacted WWE programming type stuff.
Yeah, this box has got
If
you
there's
some type of
someone
way.
in there that isn't like a mythical creature, aka like a Danhausen, it just makes no sense and is the ultimate peak of stupidity. That's got me crashing out. Nick Aldis, Adam Pierce, fix this. I need a drink.
Is it dumber than fake injuries? Is it dumber than plants in the crowd? Is it dumber than...
See, those things are like wrestling to me. Like, not the fake injury.
People are saying the vision got by the wrestling gods after they did that.
Yeah, I mean, karma's a bitch for sure. What goes around comes around. It's starting to fall like dominoes for the vision over there.
Ever? All right. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We got the big weekend ahead, obviously.
I never had cable.
Oh, well,
geez.
that explains everything.
Don, are you crashing out about anything?
No, I'm crashing in. I'm heading to New Orleans tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm the hunt for Shia LaBeouf is on.
There you go.
I'm going to try to find this man and bring him to justice. So on behalf of all New Orleans,
Sheriff Don headed to Knowledge.
Jazz Fest going on?
No, I'm going between Mardi Gras and Jazz Fest because it's just a lot cheaper than cheaper hotels, cheaper flights. Never been there. Got to check it out. Need a little warmth on my skin, and it's gonna be quite warm. So I'll be joining the show remote Monday and Wednesday.
I can't imagine the rage settles down in between those 2 weekends either.
Oh, there'll be parades.
Yeah,
parades.
I mean, I'll be staying right in the French Quarter, so it'll be lit. I just can't wait. I just see it in my mind. A nice shot of tequila, full beer, pack of darts, and time to sit at a table. That's all. People are asking.
What more can one ask
People
for?
are asking like, oh, what are you going for? And that's like, are you going for Jazz Fest? Are you going for this? Are you going for that? And yeah, I don't really have. This is pretty much my answer right here.
Today, I'm going to be day drinking and smoking cigarettes in a public park at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, which I am quite excited to do.
That's
Oh
pretty
my
much.
gosh.
There you
I'm
go.
so
That's
glad
what
you know who that guy is. He's awesome.
That's what this
Jacob fucking Jones.
Yeah.
Is that him? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Make sure you add a beignet to the list, though, too.
oh yeah, for sure. Got to get one of those.
Gotta add that.
But yeah, if you got to crash out, call our line 716-226-6263. Give us a voicemail or text. Maybe you even want to crash in. Maybe you want to talk about what you're looking for in this combine, in this draft for the Bills, and what you're looking for the Sabres down the stretch. Bandit Land, I mean, you guys got plenty to crash out about, and you might have more fodder after this weekend, depending on how things go. So give us a call.
Hopefully we don't have to promote the crash out line for Banditos after tonight, but hey,
After this weekend.
after this weekend too. If we do, don't crash out online, crash out on our line.
Pop Culture Nick is going to be crashing out because we're going to have to give him the boot. We're running a little bit low on time.
Yeah,
here.
I had to give him the text. He said, no worries, though, exclamation point. So
The exclamation point from him is worrisome.
But
in
it might be
situation.
that
Let me just tell you something. Red alert.
it might be that meme where it's like that happy face
Oh,
over
the
it.
mask. The mask. It's absolutely best. No worries.
Yeah,
Can
so
we close
I'm
out with at
sorry,
least
Nick,
one
we're
thing?
sorry.
Well, I
We
was going to say
love
the
ya.
last topic right there. Yeah,
we have
we
to.
got to talk about this
Can we
guy.
talk about Punch?
Okay.
We've all
yeah.
seen Punch.
Great name, first off.
We got-
Great branding.
Awesome name. But this what kind of monkey? I forget what. But Punch was not. You seen Punch? What's your Punch lore like? The monkey in the habitat.
Oh, it's
Was it
like
being-
hugging on that little
on the
that
plush
little
toy
stuffed
because he
animal.
wasn't being accepted by his tribe.
See, that speaks how Punch transcends culture. That you were looking like you didn't even know who he was, and then like just one little brief word. Oh, you're like, oh
the
yeah,
little
Punch.
stuffed animal monkey.
And you're not in the sphere. You're not in the sphere of like on your phone all day, everything. So that just shows how
Yeah,
Punch.
I try
Punch,
not to.
Punch is life. Punch is laugh. Punch is love.
Punch is everything and all the above.
Seriously.
You had John Cena posting on Instagram photos of Punch. I saw wildlife expert Forrest Galante saying, "This is good. They need some tough love before they get accepted to the tribe. If he stays with that plush toy, isolation may not be good for the macaque monkey, I believe it was called."
Yeah, Japanese macaque or snow monkeys.
Fortunately, though, we will not have isolation. A mother macaque has embraced Punch as one of her own, hugged him, and he's now feeling love and hopefully some love from the rest of the tribe. Punch took the world by storm. We're all rooting for you, Punch.
It was when he was picking the lice out of the stuffed animal thing. You see that?
So
Yeah.
cute. I couldn't.
Unbelievable.
Sleeping with it too.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Did you see the
Unbelievable.
company that sent him like a bunch more of the plush toys too when they found out about the story?
Wait, was it all planned from the beginning? Was this like Shatner with the cereal?
No.
Marketing campaign.
Stop.
Was,
No.
was Punch a corporate sellout?
Is Punch a
Is a
plant?
corporate plant? Punch was a plant.
Hey, once the money comes, it's hard not to, right?
The money
Punch is going to
chain.
sign on the line.
You think
He's
Punch is going to sign a fat deal and just never turn
Been
back?
working at this plant so long. You're a plant.
Seriously. Shout out 8 Mile.
Look at your damn boots. They're starting to grow
grow
roots.
Shout out.
Let's not say the
Shout
next
out P
line.
Rabbit.
Yeah.
Shout out P Rabbit. Any final shout outs or sign offs before we get out of our way here on Trainwreck today, boys? Time for the weekend.
Like to give a shout out to Jay Lazzy and obviously Nate Murray for joining the show. Light up the court tomorrow at XGen Elite, 5 p.m.
I'll give a shout out to our whole board. Brenna, Will, Jenny, Logan. Tons of work went into this whole thing. So we hope it's successful and let's keep building.
Speaking of which, how about my performance on Channel 4 on Monday?
Killed it.
Okay, there you go.
Killed
We
it.
like to hear it.
There you go.
Punch worthy. Don, any shout-outs
Yeah,
for you?
let me just shout out to our fans in the Instagram chat, even the ones that comment things I can't repeat. Thanks for tuning in. And hey, saw we had a star-studded lineup today of guests. Let us know who you want on the show, and we'll get them. So, yeah, fans of the show, let us know who you want next.
We got Sheriff Don in here. We can lasso anybody we really want
Yeah,
into the saddle.
My seat's going to be empty, so
Wow.
Shit.
for 2 days.
Big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Big glasses to look out of.
Damn it.
With
I
that
know, I
said,
was feeling
70
kind of naked here without them.
Oh, strap in, boys. Weekend time. 75
We're all for
episodes in the books. Huge shout out to Herd of Buffalo for helping us power that along. Obviously, the production producer, Rachel, today in the saddle with us as well. So huge shout out to her. Huge shout out to the team, everyone behind the scenes who makes it happen. That also means that we've been doing it for 25 weeks. So that would mean that next week it will be our half-year mark that we've been doing the Trainwreck
Holy
Today
smokes.
show.
No
Time
days
flies.
off.
Time
No
flies
days off.
when you're
no
time
days
flies.
off. Easy for you to say. Empty
I'm
chair.
still clocking in. I'm bringing my equipment, you know.
That's fair. That's
Time
fair.
flies when you're all aboard
But
the
yeah,
train.
I'm going to be outside, so I'm going to be smoking a dart on street.
What I will say to our fans, whether
Should I
they're
smoke
saying
a dart
appropriate
right now?
things in the chat or not, we have a lot of exciting new things coming for you on the show. We've been excited about building this out this last half year, but it's only going to get bigger, better, faster, stronger this next year. So stay tuned. Herd of Buffalo, Trainwreck Sports. Make sure you're following CROSSBAR 716. Get out to our event tomorrow night as well. Let's root on the Sabres. Let's root on the Bandits. Let's have a great weekend, and let's start that only one way by having a good day now.